Game on. The first GOP primary debate is just hours away. 8 candidates will take the stage tonight, hoping they will grab the spotlight.
Well, missing from the pack is frontrunner Donald Trump, who's skipping the event. And that leaves the 2 top contenders to go after each other. CBN News White House correspondent Abigail Robertson reports from Milwaukee.
Tonight will be the first time Americans see the top 2024 GOP contenders square off against each other. Each hopes to grab the national spotlight and break away from the rest of the pack. On stage will be Tim Scott, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, Christie, Mike Pence, Doug Burgum, and Asa Hutchinson. Former President Trump chose to sit this one out.
I like to debate. I mean, I probably am here because of debates. I don't mind it at all. But when you're 40 points up, but why would I let these people take shots at me?
The latest Fox News poll has him leading the field with 53%. DeSantis is second at 16%, and political newcomer Ramaswamy is third at 11%. Since candidates are positioned according to their polling, that puts DeSantis and Ramaswamy at center stage.
Thanks to you guys, I will be in the middle of that stage tomorrow to kick off the real season of this campaign.
In an unusual move, the 38-year-old political newcomer held a welcome rally Tuesday night in Milwaukee.
He's not afraid to speak what everybody's been thinking for a long time.
Do you think he has a shot at being the GOP nominee?
Yes, definitely. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
The RNC required all candidates to sign its Beat Biden pledge in order to be on stage, stating that they will support the eventual GOP nominee and will not participate in any debate not sanctioned by the group. Trump has not signed the pledge and currently has no plans to participate in future debates. Without Trump here, candidates will try to stand out as the #1 alternative to the frontrunner. Meanwhile, an interview between the former president and Tucker Carlson will reportedly be released tonight around the same time as the debate.
Abigail, thanks for joining us today. There are 6 candidates on stage who are at 5% or less in the polls. How do you think they're going to try and break out of the pack, and do you expect any fireworks this evening?
Well, I definitely expect fireworks. But Andrew, one thing I would say on that is they're polling in many national polls at less than 5%. But I would zoom in on some of these early voting state polls where there's a different story at work. You see, let's take Iowa, for example. You have Senator Tim Scott, who's really been on a steady climb in Iowa, and he's coming in just behind Ron DeSantis in many of the state polls. While DeSantis, we're actually seeing his poll numbers drop in Iowa. And then you go to New Hampshire, where Governor Christie has actually eclipsed DeSantis for second place. So right now, tonight is really about name recognition. A lot of the polls right now are really reflecting, I think, candidates who have a lot of national name recognition. And I do think we're going to see some shakeups in these poll numbers as Americans for really some for the first time are hearing some of these candidates speak and getting to know them. I feel like this summer, a lot of them haven't really been clicked into the campaigns, but tonight's kind of the unofficial kickoff, and I think we're going to see some shakeups.
Yeah, that all changes tonight, doesn't it? Of course, noticeably absent, Donald Trump. With DeSantis and Ramaswamy being the top contenders on stage, incredible that, a former vice president is not in the position tonight he would have expected to be in. Do you think DeSantis and Ramaswamy will go after each other? And if so, how will they do that?
Definitely. And, DeSantis has sort of had a target on his back all since this started. He's really been solidly the second place choice so far. So for months, the other candidates have been prepping their attacks against DeSantis. But Ramaswamy only recently has kind of gaining a lot of attention. I've been hearing on the campaign trail, people who are hearing him really like him. And I expect a lot of candidates are gonna take shots at him. There was a leaked memo that was reportedly set for Ron DeSantis. DeSantis has distanced himself from this, but it laid out a strategy for DeSantis to attack Vivek as fake and some other some other hits against Vivek, and I think we're going to see other candidates take some shots at him. Nikki Haley has questioned just his views on Israel and reducing U.S. support to Israel. I think we're going to see Mike Pence make some comments about a statement Vivek recently said in an interview where he kind of raised some conspiracy theories about 9/11. So tonight could either be a really great night for Ramaswamy, this political newcomer, if he holds his own, or we could kind of start to see his flame burn out if he doesn't have answers for some of the attacks the other candidates are sure to send his way.
All right, it'll be an interesting night, everybody. That's Abigail Robertson in Milwaukee for the GOP debate. We appreciate her joining